Dynasty rookie draft season is almost here, and we're going down the first round picks, looking at the trade values, looking at the players in their range when it comes to ADP, trade calculators, what the websites are saying, and just getting a good feel of the value for whether or not you want to trade for the pick, trade out of the pick, package up, shop around, whatever you want to do. I'm here to throw you ideas, and that's what I am, the idea guy for Dynasty Fantasy Football. But before you dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now, because we're looking at these players every day. We're looking at Dynasty trades every day. We're looking at these rookies non-stop. Click that button. Stop missing out here. But at the 104, there's a lot of players that could be there, but we're not analyzing the players. We're not analyzing the players when it comes to takes or anything in this video. We're looking at the value for the 104. So one thing we can say from a macro sense, there's going to be a lot of talent on the board, a lot of players to look at that we're going to like, and the NFL draft's going to shake that out with the 104 in Superflex. So I'm going to stress this out first. Trading for quarterbacks is going to be different league to league in Superflex, and a lot of established leagues versus a lot of established players, it's like pulling teeth, so may not be realistic, but against newer players, newer leagues, or different types of leagues, maybe a little bit more fluid. You know your leagues, adapt accordingly. But the DLF calculator has Baker Mayfield almost on par with the 104. You got Jared Goff there if you're looking at quarterbacks. Other players to note, Trevor Lawrence. Again, like what I'm saying, in Superflex, trades, it's hard to make happen when you're dealing with quarterbacks, because quarterbacks are a dime a dozen in Superflex. And there's a team or two in the league that's hoarding them. And the scarcity there at the position makes things more valuable there. But you got Bucky Irving, Kyren Williams, Devonta Smith, Romo Dunze, Rashee Rice. One QB, Kyren Williams is in that range. Now, see whether or not you like that name with the 104. It's all on you. But we do have some good running back talent there that you may want to explore. Or another indicator is the 104 can shop for a starter. That you can get a starter that you want. You got a list of players down below. Same as the one before almost. Jonathan Taylor's in there. Bucky Irvin's in there. Zay Flowers, who I believe Zay Flowers, 104. I think you'd rather have the 104. And then you got Romo Dunze, a good pivot piece from last year's class. But I think the market's going to lock him up due to the recent changes with the Chicago Bears. We're looking at the rankings here for playerprofiler.com. Get their all-in package for a discount with the code Bruce. I don't know how much that is, but it'll help you out. They got a lot of good data, and we'll explore that even more down the line. Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins, T-Mac, and in a range of a lot of good players. If you'll notice, when we look at ADP, all the sites, they're very similar. So go with the option you like best, that flows best with you when you're looking at players. But Bucky Irvin, James Cook, Cam Ward's right there. I forgot to mark him off. Jordan Addison, Terry McLaurin. More players in that range. In that range for rankings, ADP, giving you ideas on how to shake things up, because you got to be creative league to league. And I'm not just talking to you when I'm doing this video. There's probably going to be hundreds to thousands of people watching. And things might shake up different for a different person when it comes to their trade negotiations. Looking at Dynasty League Football ADP here in the rankings, T-Mac, Travion Henderson, Amarian Hampton, among like Tyreek Hill, Chase Brown, Chuba Hubbard, different names. Things are kind of shaked up a little bit in order, but vastly similar. Bryce Young, if you're looking for a quarterback, Zay Flowers, DK Metcalf, some different names of origin. Keep trade cuts when we're looking at the values here. Vastly similar. Romo Dunze keeps coming up. Bucky Irving keeps coming up. Rashee Rice keeps coming up. Jonathan Taylor keeps coming up. Michael Penix keeps coming up. That he's been on at least 2 of them so far. Xavier Worthy keeps coming up. When someone says the rankings for this place or this place is trash, the one thing I can notice while doing these videos with you guys, vastly similar, just with a little twist here and there. Just go with what you like and what's best for your eyes. But looking at trade offers and trades that went down, when you're looking at the 104, it can also be a part of some bigger deals that go down that can get you to the players that you want. Here, 104 Herbert plus a chip. Hurts, a chip, and a second-round pick could possibly happen. I'm not looking at the players. Macro sense is what I'm looking at. Macro sense says, hey, I can go big trade for big trade, get some deals done for the players I want. That can get me to where I need to be for my team. Also, what this says here is I can take my 104 and I can spread that love around. I can move back in 2025, get a pick in the future, and maybe an extra chip on top of that. I'm saying chip, late round pick, cheaper player. I'm just going to call it a chip because it's vast right now, because we're talking about different dynasty leagues. Or super flex, I can get me a quarterback. Like I said earlier, it's like pulling teeth, so it might be different in your league, but that's another idea. And I just said quarterback vastly, depending on the quarterback you want, depending on the quarterback and the value of your league. Here it's Justin Fields for this person, 104 Justin Fields, and a third coming back. I don't suggest making trades like this, taking your 104 and going into 2026 first, even if you think that's the worst team in your league. I don't suggest doing this trade. If I'm going to trade back to 2026, I'm going to have something else with it. And typically in my leagues, or the leagues I've been in, like, I can get a good bit of value coming back at me added to that if somebody wanted to go to the 104. I don't suggest doing that deal at all. But when you're looking at the 104 here, you want to package up to the 101, it's going to cost you. And we've been seeing this with the 103, even with the 102. But Kyler Murray, 107, and a second to get to the first. Now, if you're not 100% sold in like this person was for Ashton Genty, don't do that deal, because you're going to get good talent at the 104. 107, you'll probably get another good running back. You might be set, and you got 2 hits at the pinata at the running back position. Now we're looking at the 104, trading back. 108 and a 2026 first. Like I said earlier, usually you're going to get something good back. If you're trading back into 2026, 2027, something back's going to go with it, so you don't do 1 for 1. But 108, 2026 first for your 104. So you're only going back 4 slots, and you're picking up good capital with it. 104, 209, and you're moving up 1 slot. So moving up 1 slot is going to cost you a little bit. I think this one's fair, but in a lot of other leagues, that might be still a little bit too light. Or to some people, that might be too expensive. They'd rather sit put because this class is vastly talented. Now we're looking here, 104 and a third. And now you're shopping for production. This is what I'm looking at here. When I look at James Cook, macro sense, you're shopping for a player that's highly valued, that's productive. Then below them, you're getting chips that has opportunity to be productive. Javonte Williams might be the dude in Dallas for 2025. At least getting a good bit of workload in a committee if they draft a running back. Calvin Ridley's going to be running a lot of routes. He's going to be getting the deep ball going his way. Might be spiky. Might get you 3 wide receiver 1 weeks and a lot of nothing. Like we saw last year, the year prior, like 3 to 5 of those. And a lot of nothing, a lot of up and down. But you're buying production. So you got 1 top end-ish player and some chips that you like. And it could be different chips, different players. We're looking from a macro sense. I'm not arguing or agreeing with most of these trades. I'm just helping you out with ideas here by going off these trades. 104 and a third for Breece Hall. So you're using your pick and you're shopping for that good player. You don't want to trust a rookie. There's like a 75% hit rate. You don't want to be that 25%. You know you're getting Breece Hall. Odds are very good with him. You're probably, 90, 95%. You know what you're getting with Breece Hall. You may see him get traded or moved somewhere down the line since his contract's coming up. Might stay with the Jets forever. But we know he's talented. We know he can play in the league. And any other player in that range. It's what you want to do, but that's an idea. You can use that pick to shop for a proven veteran that can be explosive on the field and productive at the same time. Other picks you can do. Here's for Kenneth Walker. You can get him. Same thing as Breece Hall to me. Same thing, because I'm looking at a macro sense. And same thing here, first and a second. So different values, different leagues, but still macro sense. You can use those picks to buy a good player that's getting work and touches. Here's another instance where you're using the pick and you're trying to buy production here. DJ Moore is going to be more productive this year, at least forecasted for that. That's not a take. Forecasted due to the change of the offensive line, coaching staff, and everything else. Derek Carr, you're getting that quarterback production. Brandon Ayuk, if we come back healthy, maybe you get those targets and we can hit some games this year. But you're using that pick to buy some production, trying to win now. If you're not in it to win now, I do not suggest doing this. But look at your team, look at your league, look at your lineup. Asset-wise, these are all declining assets. None of them are going to jump in value. That is the risk here. That is the argument against this. But you have to make that sound decision. You got to know the pros, cons, and do what's best for you. For the 104 T. Higgins, it's a wide receiver that you're paying up for. And you can also pay up for wide receivers, not just running backs. Same as the Breece Hall category. Different values if you really want to look in the vacuum. But still, macro sense, strategy sense. You're using your pick to buy a good player. You're going shopping. You're seeing what you can get to help your team. And it's whatever you want. Whatever you want. Don't worry about the micro value too much. Just get what you want. If you want the player on the pick, get the player on the pick. If you want T. Higgins, get T. Higgins. If you think he's going to be your dude, he's going to be your dude. Just get what you want. Use it to go shopping. Here we go. 104. Going back to the 8th pick. And you're getting a 2026 first coming back. Yeah. Same sense to the 107, 2028 first. Like I said, if you're trading back, you should be getting something significant with it. If you're trading back 4, 3, 5 slots, you should be getting something significant with this. This is like the 3rd, 4th, 5th account. And historically, from what I've seen in my leagues, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for a very long time. That has been the case. That has been the case. So you should be able to trade back, get some good ammo back with that deal. If you're looking to move up, odds are you're going to have to add some ammo to that deal. If you're not having to add ammo to that deal and it's not making you feel a little bit hesitant, that's a damn good deal. Make it. Make it right now. Say it's a 1st and a 3rd. Like your 108 and a 3rd, 4th, a player you don't like, make that deal right now. That pick's going to be more expensive once the draft happens, if that's on the table. Don't hesitate. Don't ask. That might get rug pulled back from you. Just make that deal. If you don't feel that in your guts, if it feels good in your gut and you're wondering, and if it's enough to make you go around and ask, just do it. Just do it. You kind of got the borderline sense right here. However, if you got the butterflies because it feels too expensive, go off that gut. Go off that gut because you saw enough here. We've done 4 videos now. We've looked at these player values. You know what to do. Just go off that gut. But again, we saw the range. It's going to be different from league to league. You're not going to get all the picks, all the trades done. But those who do not kick the tires ain't going to get the dirt to fall on their foot. So make sure you're seeing what you can do with your picks, what you can do with your players while your league's being active these next few weeks and months during rookie draft season. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.